Alrighty, yo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it's gonna be a video covering basically what I have been doing with my life for the last week or 2 weeks. So it should be an interesting video, and if you didn't know about me, this will let you maybe pick my brain a little bit and learn a little bit about what I want to do and what the purpose of this channel is and whatnot. So to start off, about 2 weeks ago, I quit my job at a that was a front desk position at a gym. Reason for that was because simply I didn't see the potential to grow with said company. I really did enjoy my time there. It was a great time. I met many great people, and I made good friendships, and I met a lot. One thing that job taught me was that you literally never know who you're talking to. So my conversation skills definitely improved drastically working there, and it was simply because I had to discuss and talk about different topics with many people, and it was great. I did enjoy my time there. That being said, if you know me, you know I have goals of owning my own. Well, I already own my own business, but having a successful coaching business. Personal training, in-person personal training, is a great foundation for that, because it teaches you people skills and how to work with people with injuries, difficult people, things like that. And I do have my fair share of experience of dealing with difficult people, but maybe not in the training aspect, just as far as front desk, because I have dealt with difficult people. And I would say I'm pretty good at that. And again, that's another thing my old job taught me, so I'm very grateful for that. I've always been a big dreamer as a kid, so I will be that person that will do the shit that other people wouldn't. I will do the shit that other people may think is stupid. But at the end of the day, the reason for that is because no one understands how I work. Nobody understands my needs. And if you're watching this and you kind of feel like a similar way, or you feel the same way, I don't understand your needs. No one understands your needs, and no one understands what works for you except you, right? So I always urge everybody that I come into contact with to do what works for them. So that's one thing that I'm very big on, is kind of getting after what you want. And it's always inspiring to see other people do that. So it kind of lit a flame of fire inside me. It kind of reignited it, because it showed me that, okay, if other people can do it, why can't I, right? And that mentality I used to have kind of came back. So it was time for me to move on to the next step of life, and it was a great time there. So the last 2 weeks I've been going to interviews at different companies and whatnot, and I went to 4. I was supposed to go to 5, but then I canceled the 5th interview because it was just it was 40 minutes away, and the other locations I had interviewed at seemed way better. So out of those 4, I was offered the job by all 4, and I made my decision, and that's kind of why I'm making this video, because during those 2 weeks, right after I quit, the next day I went to a Starbucks, just sat 8 hours there and finishing my NASM course. And if you don't know, to be a personal trainer, you don't need a certification, but many companies want to see that, to kind of show that you have not knowledge, but maybe a basic understanding of training and whatnot. And I was already halfway done with this, so I just grinded out the last half, because I needed to do this now. I studied for a week. I scheduled my exam a week later. I studied for a week. I took the exam, the practice test, at least 3 times every day leading up to then, and just to kind of get familiar with the questions and what they may ask, and built up my average scores over time until I was confident that I knew the material. Some of the material that they ask isn't exactly what works in the real world, but it's just kind of outdated information, but it's what they want to hear on the answer, right? For example, on the exam, for example, they were calling planks, the ones where you hold yourself there, and for your abs, they were calling them prone iso holds. So when I read that question on the ISO ab holds, when I read that question on the actual exam, I was like, yo, what the hell? The exam went well. I passed, and it was such a relief. It was like a weight off my shoulders because I purchased that course a while back, and I was just working on it in my free time during like my days off and whatnot. But since I left my job, it was like, okay, this I have to do this, right? Or like, so I kind of put a little bit more pressure on myself than I should have, but like that's just me. I hold myself to a high standard, and again, I'm very much of the belief that you have to like manifest in what you want and speak it into existence. So after I passed that, it was a huge relief. I was so happy, and then the next week is when I had my interviews, and this week I went in to do like the practical assessments and whatnot, and I decided on which one I wanted. So this is kind of why I'm making the video. So I officially am a personal trainer at a gym, and those are words I never thought I'd say. Not because I didn't think it was possible, just because when I was younger, I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And this isn't what I want to do long term. This is just a foundation that I want to build for myself to have that experience. I want to have that knowledge, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's something that will translate well into my online coaching, and I'm very grateful for it. I cried tears of joy because I was just like, this is for me, right? Like I worked for this. Like nobody can take this away from me. Nobody understands what I need, and I'm gonna be great at this, right? Another thing is I picked up another client online, and I kind of got a message from him. Gabe, if you're watching this, I got a message from him that like really made me smile, and it's anytime I get messages like this that like kind of make me happy and kind of give me the reassurance that I need, that like, yeah, I can do this, right? Like the reassurance always helps. And it was I made a program for him, and he was like, it's very detailed, man, like I couldn't ask for more along those lines, and it just put a smile on my face. It felt good, right? Because I know that I'm like doing the right thing. I know that I'm helping somebody and get them closer to their goals, right? So that's one thing I discussed earlier on this channel, that I get fulfillment from helping others. So that made me feel great. So I'm definitely excited for what the future holds as far as Passion Project coaching, as far as my career as a personal trainer, and I'm very grateful at the moment. And I've been taking time to kind of just like not be so hard on myself and treat myself as I would treat another person, because I wouldn't be so hard on another person. And I have to remind myself to be easy on myself, and that I deserve the self-care and the love that others do, right? This video just kind of came out of like inspiration and just like an idea, and I was struggling to find like a topic to talk about for a while. So I'm kind of glad that this just kind of happened, and it's great. So I'll keep you guys like in the loop of what's going on. It's a rest day for me today, so really not much going on. I went to pick up some treats for my dogs and shampoo, but I don't know where my leashes are, so I have to go buy some to give them a shower, because they don't like baths. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.